Hello there, very good morning to you. It's a bright sunny day here in Accra, but I know for some of you in other parts of the country you're dealing with floods and the impact on your livelihoods. We will be staying on that particular story. Carlos Caloni is still on the ground for us, and so expect more on that in our subsequent bulletins. But it's now time to talk about the Anum Presbyterian Senior High School. It is 125 years old. That is a really, really, really long time to be in existence. This morning I've been joined by Sarah Inkum. She's Assistant Head, Domestic, Anum Presby SHS, and Rutherford Alex Amoyal. He's an old student and a board member of Anum Presby SHS. Good morning to you, ma'am and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Good morning.
125 years, wow. That is a really, really long time. I know about some of the schools in the central region that are as old, but not really heard of Anum Presbyterian Senior High School. So, ma'am, do you mind telling us when the school was established and how it came about?
All right, thank you. I'll use this opportunity to greet our moderator, Presbyterian Church of Ghana, and our clergy, our board chair, Dr. Vladimir Tridansu, and then the headmaster, staff, and the entire community. Good. The school was established as like the missionary schools. You know, they came propagating the gospel. So they got to Anum in 1864. And as they got there, they needed people who could read and write. So they started primary school, 1866. So Anum Senior School, as we're talking about, was established, came in existence in 1897. 1897. And it started with 7 students, and it grew gradually, boys and girls. At a point, they had boys' school, girls' boarding school. Then it also, in 1963, became the training college system.
Okay.
Also. So we have those who went to that place as they trained as teachers, and then we had the normal secondary school up till now.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you have the normal SHS. And you have boys and girls as well.
Boys and girls. In fact, from 7 membership, we now currently, as we talk, our number is 2,810.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge number.
Yeah.
Oh, very interesting. So I know that schools would usually like to talk about the people who've come through the school, the people they've churned out. I know Alex is an old student. But do you mind sharing with us some of the people who the school boasts of as having churned out?
125 years.
That's a long time.
Taking from boys, girls, training college, grandfathers and mothers. We, in fact, if we want to mention, we wouldn't live here today. A lot. We have currently, they are living and non-living. I know. Akwamumahine, Odenohoko Afuakoto is one. The first Ghanaian doctor practitioner is from there, Dr. Okuampofo. A lot. A lot. We have Nana Seuforiata, late Ochenhene, Otumfo Pokuwari the second, late Asantehene. Now our MP, Thomas Ampimyakon, Mr. Kwame Edu, immediate past SU General Director. A lot.
This is a school that has a lot of prominent people it has churned out. So for those of you who are planning to go to high school, you should think about Anum Presbyterian. If you haven't heard of it, it's a school that you should consider. But let me come to you, Rutherford. You're an old student. What was your time in school like?
Thank you so much.
Was she headmistress at the time? No. Okay.
All right, thank you so much. I will take this opportunity to send my regards to the Omaihene of Anum traditional area. Akusia Kobrimpon Komisa Sraku, who was just coronated last weekend, and the community at large, not forgetting the board and the old students who are represented here this morning. during our time, in fact, the whole school were not even up to 300. And now they're talking about 3,000. So we knew each student. You meet someone who is even in Form 1 when you are in 3rd year, and you know the person. But for now, even in the same form, you wouldn't know.
So the school has grown so much.
Yes, and even as a teacher, you wouldn't know someone who is in Form 1 when you are taking Form 3 students. So the school has improved a lot.
What one thing would you say your school gave you that has helped you in life to this point?
Thank you so much. When you come to discipline, ANSEC is second to none, because we can mention most of our people through this training that the Presbyterian discipline they went through in ANSEC has gotten them into a higher positions. We can't forget to mention Brigadier General Frank Tay, who is with the Ghana Army. We can't forget Reverend Commodore Ejejan, Colonel Bobby, Professor Joseph Osafo, who is with Legon, Professor Samuel Opon, who is at Kolebu, Dr. Samuel Bada, who is in the US, and others. There are so many that we can't mention. Even the immediate past CEO for National Lotteries, Honorable Kofi Osei Ameya, were all people who passed through Anum Presby Senior High School. So it is the discipline that the school has impacted on that.
Right, so we're talking about an anniversary for 125 years. I can imagine this is going to be big and huge.
Sure.
Ma'am, do you mind telling us what the program outline is going to look like?
The program outline, yeah. It's, like we are saying, it's going to be so huge. And so we'll have a week-long program from Sunday, that is on the 22nd, to then the grand one, it will be on the 28th of October. So we have activities lined up for the week where would a whole lot of things will take place. But I don't know whether you want us to go through the program.
The highlights, yes.
The highlights.
The programs you would want the old students to come to so that they can hear right here on Joy News.
Because it's a week long, I don't know whether most of them who are from far, those within the vicinity, for them they are joining us on all the things that we're going to.
But there will definitely be a Grand Durbar, right?
Yes, the Grand Durbar. So that is where we will be having our honorables coming. We have His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia coming. We have the regional minister, we have the chiefs and all that. So they will be coming, and a program of such normally were addresses and speeches. So coupled with performance by students, so that it will be that grand as we.
Right. So Larry, your old, why am I calling you Larry? Rutherford, Alex Almoyal, your old students are watching. I'm sure you're doing a project, right? Because usually you do legacy projects.
Sure.
I mean, what does the school need? I just want you to talk to the old students, tell them why they should be a part of this anniversary and what you're contributing to your school as part of it.
All right, thank you. For the old students, we've started supporting the school. And when the school administration planned of this program, they invited us. We sat with them when we saw that there was the need to paint the school, give it some uplift.
Okay.
So we went in and we supported in painting the whole school. And we've given them some furniture and others. We are still on it. So there are more to be done. So we want all old students to come on board so that we help the administration put the school in a good shape, so that whoever goes through the school also experience the discipline and the training that we all had during our time.
Fantastic. So if you're watching us and you're an old student of Anum Presbyterian, and this is the time your school is calling you back home, there's a grand anniversary and you must be a part of it. 125 years is a long time, whether you're old, young, if you completed last year. Well, I'm not sure 100 years ago will still be alive, but maybe 40, 30 years ago, your school is calling you back home. But let me say a thank you to you. Would you like to sing your anthem before you go, just to wrap us up?
Our motto is service and sacrifice.
Okay.
So anybody who passed through the school will give out so much to society.
Right.
Upon the mountain, I am perched.
All right, so
You can't remember your Okay.
upon the mountain,
I am perched among the lovely hills. I see the mighty water pass among the lovely hills. If asked my name, I'll proudly say, Ansek, tranquil, Ansek, 'tis Anum Senior School. If asked my name, I'll proudly say, Ansek, tranquil, Ansek, 'tis Anum Senior School.
You're a Presbyterian.
Upon the mountain we are perched to be seen.
You are indeed a Presbyterian school, and that's my conversation with Sarah Nkum, Assistant Head Domestic in Anum Presby SHS, and Rutherford Alex Amoya, old student board member in Anum Presby SHS. Ma'am, are you an old student as well? Okay, all right. Because of the way you were singing the anthem, I just had to ask. Well, that'll be my conversation with them. Do stay here on the AM show. We've got a lot more for you.